We are live again, and thank you so much for your patience. Hi, Kritika, welcome back again.
Hi, Brinda. So
You're
now you
audible,
can see me, right?
you're audible and visible. And let's wait
Oh,
for Kritika, Jayanti also.
okay. Yes.
So, what's happening for Holi there?
Yeah, here I live in Bangalore basically. So here usually we don't celebrate, but the kids enjoy a lot here.
It's a holiday, and when
No, no,
you.
exams are going on, but still.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
awesome. So, yeah, she's joining.
Okay.
Super. Just a second.
Yeah.
It's getting one more time. I'm just going to invite her one more time.
Okay,
Thank
sure.
you all for your patience. Now, oh, you're there. So we're just waiting for her to pop in.
Hi, can you see me now?
Uh, okay.
Yeah.
It's going. Oh, there we go. Finally. All right.
Okay.
You're audible and visible. Super.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Happy Women's Day again.
Thank
And
you.
thank you for coming live, despite of,
Thanks for the
you know,
invite, Brinda, to be frank.
my pleasure too. You've got children and
Actually,
there are board exams.
yes.
There is a celebration. So despite of
But
it,
the
we are all here.
initiative, yeah, sorry. But the initiative you have taken is really, really appreciable, and I'm very grateful for you. I mean, to you for inviting me on this special occasion of Holi. So, thank you once again.
Wishing us colorful day.
Yes, yes,
I
yes.
know, I know, Jayanti and Kritika, thank you so much. It all started with some aspect of building confidence and building traction, but then now it's snowballing into different effect because all of us are enjoying. Each of my guests so far have somewhere it's been touched. So,
Yeah,
and we're
true.
not going to stop with this. We will definitely churn in a lot of Insta lives, either one on one or we'll do a duo or a trio, right? We'll pick up some theme and we'll keep going because it is important to, you know, I know how it is when you are lonely out there. Entrepreneurship, especially solopreneurs, are damn lonely. Their journey is lonely, and coaches are lonely, feeling lonely. Although they are able to empower the other clients, but we go through our own journey, and more than the internal motivation or the internal accountability, it's also the external accountability which motivates us to be on the track, and it is so evident in amongst us, and our challenges are common, struggles are common, and especially me stepping out of India, and I've got bunch of lovely people over there, very emotional because you know problems outside India, it's totally different, and only we can relate to each other. So that way we like there are some close knitted groups wherever I go, and I see the same women challenges, same women thought process. The emotions are almost the same. It's just the degree and angle, intensity are going to be different. So when you name an emotion, when you name a situation, we will find it in our journey somewhere or the other, right? And I've got so much of great insights having speaking with my guest. I'm just going to collate all that, and those pearls of wisdom itself is good enough for somebody to just take a glance of at one stretch what empowering empowered women are trying to put across, thriving, nurturing a lot of them around us. And this is a theme of EQ talks with women who are not only empowering themselves, their family, and also their community. So on that basis, emotions is the subtler, and I would say it's a cement, right, that keeps the relationship intact. Whether this kind of a relationship where we are doing an on Insta live, or even after that, or a close relationship with amongst you, definitely there is an emotion underlying. You speak about any achievement or struggles, there's going to be emotion underneath. So we, in this particular theme of the entire month, we want to touch upon that emotion that women carry. Women is a carrier of a lot of emotions, and we are the energy powerhouse. right? For ourselves and around us, for everybody. So we're going to ask you to share your powerhouse secrets and some strategies and tips for our audience. And also, before I let you go, I would also like to get some gifts from you so that the audience in my page, they already know what I'm doing. But when we club together, it's nice to have a lot of gifts shared. So I'm going to start asking about what are you currently doing? Each of you, anybody can volunteer. It's not like somebody has to go first. Please feel free. And this is more of a not a marketing Insta Live. It's not merely about marketing what we are doing, but it's more about the deeper concepts of why we are doing what we are doing. So I want you to introduce yourself as to what are you doing now and what are your super niche and how are you through that, whom are you helping?
Okay. So let
Go
me
first.
start.
Yeah, go first.
Okay. So to all the audience out there, so I'm Kritika and I'm an MA graduate, meaning I have done my master's in engineering and I'm a gold medalist. So teaching is my passion from from my childhood. When I was doing my masters, I was teaching the bachelor students, like bachelor of engineering students. So it started very early, but after my studies I was placed in an MNC, and then after marriage, I thought of restarting it again. So I thought I would start something for the kids specifically. So I thought initially to start with, I was doing some art and craft initially, but later on I switched to the subject, the core subjects, especially math. So this is how I started, because this itself was like a big transfer for me, because like I have two kids. I was keep on pushing them. At some point, I realized that I myself not doing anything apart from my family or something. So that is where I thought of pushing myself first, and I came out and I started teaching kids who are really struggling. So this expanded day by day, and after a few years, if you see, I was teaching kids almost all regions, I would say. So I was teaching kids from India, US, New Zealand, almost every region you say, I must have one student out there. So this was my initial journey, but later on I realized that I started getting students out of reference. Like I started getting students from other teachers, meaning that they wanted to have my class. So at that point I realized that something I'm doing which is different. So I started analyzing myself. So later on, what I was coming up is with, I was teaching kids not only the subject but also the life coaching, which I realized later, very later. So I was boosting their performance. So there was one student who went from 40% to 90%. It is nothing that I taught him something different. It's the same thing, same math, same everything. But I was able to shift his mindset basically. So this is how I evolved myself. So it was actually going on, but I was trying to get the improvement from all the kids, but few I was able to produce, but from few I was not able to get. When I analyzed those two categories, I understood basically the kids are suffering from those emotions, what you said. It's absolutely true. It's not only for women, it's also for the everybody basically, especially the kids, the current kids. I have students whose parents are diverse, who are like not having the quality time, and I have students who are really good. Everything, I had almost all kinds of students. So that is where I realized, though the strategies are same for the studies, performance, whatever it is, but the emotions are what these current kids have to develop you know so they were not able to tackle their emotions, especially during this digital period. They are born with the camera, born with the
Gadgets.
mobile, this digital era basically. So they are getting into some kind of depression at one point of the other. So when I was like a kid, I know only few words, like I was worrying, I was crying, only these words. But you don't even believe me, now kid as small as like 10 years old are using the word depression. I don't like to live. My life is not happy. You know, so I was really startled when they say such words. So that is when I analyzed deep into it, and I came to know that I was literally giving them the life coaching as well. But that is not the correct way, I realized. So then I took the life coaching certification. I did that, and I'm now currently having my passion where, I'm teaching the subject, which is my strength. At the same time, I'm life coaching the students as well to improve their performance. So
Wow.
what?
So basically, you are teaching coaching, life coaching,
Yes,
life skills for children. Very
yes,
nice.
exactly.
Thank you
Yes,
so much. Thank you so much.
yes. Thank you.
And Jayanti,
Yeah, hi everyone. I'm Jayanti Priya. I'm also basically a life coach, but then I'm specializing on mindset coaching for sports women and young athletes. Because
wow.
yeah, myself being a sports parent, we are a sports family as such, and I have a full-on one. I mean, hands-on sports kid right from his school days until now. He's fully was into sports, and I've been coaching him. And then I found out that more than, as you said exactly, this generation of kids have got lot more facilities and lot more problems also. They are
Absolutely.
yeah, lot more problems, as you told, the words such as depression or anxiety, emotional intelligence, whatever you call it, they are really suffering because of overload of information. It's as
Absolutely.
simple as that. It is because of overload. We didn't have those kind of information. We were living in
Distractions.
a very
Absolutely.
small world, but now world is in their hands through this instrument called mobile. So they have a lot of unwanted things which is
Very
coming to them. And
nice.
particularly if you take sports women or young athletes, their pressure is even more difficult. They
Absolutely.
have a different kind of a pressure. So, I mean, seeing this kind of a pressure, I thought that why don't I focus on coaching that particular category of persons? So, I really give them a mindset coaching because their pressures are entirely different. On performance based, because everything is performance based. I've got a lot of clients who say that they do so well in practice, but when they go to the matches or when where they have to really show their performance, they just freeze or they don't perform well. They're kind of a fear, anxiety. It's all in their mind. They know that they have got a lot of muscle memory because of practice and other things, but it is not coming out properly. That's because of the mindset. So I empower them. I teach them mental resilience so that they navigate their journey smoothly. That's what I do, and it's a nice journey altogether.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So just to summarize, what Kritika says, that she is taking care of kids to increase their performance through life skills, teaching them life skills so that they handle themselves well. And when it comes to Jayanti, you are teaching women and girls also, right?
Young
From
athletes also.
young
It's
athletes. Excellent.
what
On in the world of sports, where they have to have the right kind of mindset. As much as they are taking efforts in their rigorous training, and they want to compete in their respective fields, there is also some mental resilience is something that you are trying to build. But what I also see common is the emotional resilience that you want to build with the audience that you are catering to, whether it is young kids or the young adults. I think as you rightly said, the problems are endless. The digital distractions are endless, because that is the only difference, I think, between us and them, right?
yes.
We too had a lot of academic pressure, relationship issue, marital struggles and all that. But I think the only major drawbacks that we didn't have is the digital distractions right now, what they have. And I think that's huge,
Not
unwanted,
only
like you
that,
say.
I
Yeah.
want to correct here. We didn't have too much of a parental guidance and
Oh,
push.
there we
We were
go.
just left
True.
out. Like we faced the world and then we were learning ourselves. But nowadays, it's totally each and every move of the child is being watched by their
Yeah,
parent.
there is no need of correction, Jayanti.
Too
Every correct.
yeah.
And I remember staying in the streets only for hours together. I my second home or my first home after school is only streets
Even
to
though
play or to.
there was no fear, now that is also there. You
Absolutely.
can't identify whether male child
Absolutely.
or a female child. You can't do that. So it's strange. The world
Yeah, they are
is
so powerful also. At the same time, we need to nurture them as an independent
yes.
kid
Yes.
with the right kind of balance and guidance and also some autonomy. It's a struggle for both the parents and the child. That's what I see, from our own experience, and then from our clients' experience. It's the same, again, the same thing.
I
It's
have
good
had
that
counseling
we.
sessions with the parents also
Okay.
in between.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah. You need them. Correct, correct,
they
correct.
also need that.
Because they are the, like the previous guest yesterday also were into parenting coaches. I think we spoke a huge topics. And essentially the common subject is emotional intelligence, I believe, whether we realize it or not. And it's not because I am a, emotional intelligence coach. For your audience, just a few words about what I do is I teach women about how to
Okay.
take care of themselves, how to be self-aware, self-manage, and self-direct themselves. Because, like Kritika mentioned, few words like she was only concentrating on the kids, and then all the frustration, the frustration that we have about our own selves is coming out on the children.
Yes.
And the moment you find your purpose, you being a gold medalist, all that frustration will be there, right? That we are not putting our expertise in use. So to address that, it's very important not only to find our strength and areas of improvement, who we are. That's the first step of self-awareness. And then what kind of decisions are we taking? And how is this, how are we connecting to us, our own superpower, brain skills? Whatever skills we have, and how are we taking choices every day both for ourselves and for people around, because we women are very responsible enough to make a lot of choices whether we like it or not, mundane choices like what is the cooking today, what is the meal, and then what kind of education that we need to give, to critical and emergency contingency plans and everything that we are supposed to be deciding on. So that's a huge fatigueness, right? At one point of time, decision fatigue will come. So that level of management is also, we don't have to fatigue ourselves, but we can always use our own brain skills to be able to decide. And lastly, what is the logical steps? Like, your strength. You're very good at taking decisions because there is a results coming for you. Now, after this, we always thrive to expand. We want to put things forward and spread it out, right? That's a very unique quality I see in women, that we don't want to contain it within ourselves. That's where our frustration comes. But if only we're able to direct it in a way of building some purpose in life. We, in our business world, we call this as a mission, right? When we pursue our mission, we don't need an external motivation. We are already an intrinsic motivated people, because whatever, whether we have fever or we have, low emotions, we wake up and we do, resiliently for others. But when we have something as a mission, that is going to be a powerhouse for our own selves to be able to direct our emotions really well. And when people are looking at us, they also get inspired. So, having said that, this is what is my niche, where I teach women to be self aware, self manage, and self direct themselves. Find that mission based on your superpower. And when women can be inspired themselves, when the women can be happy themselves, I think the entire family, or she can
Definitely.
spread that radiance, to everybody. And so is the theme of this talk also. Now, so nicely put. Even in your introduction, I could see a glimpse of where you are coming from. Like, why are you doing what you're doing? But for our audience sake, can you go one step deep and to tell us, in any area of your life? It could be from your childhood or young adulthood, or in your coaching community at present, or in your general life. Have you felt somewhere that you doubted yourself, like the most meltdown or the most pit bottom side of yours? Like, what were the emotions? It could be emotionally draining, or it could be feeling lost, helpless. Is there any particular area in your life that you have been through that? And I want to know, how have you overcome?
Okay.
Kritika, you
Okay.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is a wonderful question, actually. To be frank, every woman might have felt that at one point of time. as you were saying before, you said like I said, I'm a gold medalist, of course, but I was not utilizing to the maximum after few years. So at one point, I myself started teaching my kids, like, you have to push yourself. I was teaching them all the things that I know basically, how to push forward, because I have seen ups and downs throughout my childhood, especially in my studies.
Studies. Okay.
So I know how to push ourselves forward. So I was teaching them all those things, but still at one point, I was questioning myself, what am I doing? I'm telling, like, the kids all the time to push themselves, but what I'm doing is I'm not pushing myself. I always doubted myself. I should do it. If my concentration goes to other kids, will that affect my family at any point? So that was my major concern, to be frank. So at one point, I started telling my kids to come out of your comfort zone, push yourself, everything. All those things were continuously going on. And finally, I realized myself, whatever we say, not only my kids, no kid, no adult will listen unless otherwise you achieve it. There is this saying in, Tamil movie. I don't know whether you heard it or no. Whenever you say that I will achieve, nobody will listen to you, but when you achieve, everybody started will start to listen to you, obviously. So that is one thing that I keep on telling myself. So I
Can you
pushed
tell that
myself.
in Tamil, Kritika?
ஜெயிப்பேன் ஜெயிப்பேன் சொன்னா யாரும் நம்ப மாட்டாங்க, பட் ஜெயிச்சுட்டு சொன்னீங்கன்னா எல்லாரும் உன்னை கேட்பாங்க.
Nice
So
to hear.
yeah.
Nice, no?
So
Very
I
nice.
think that was from Other Nature movie, so which is my favorite quote. So I don't like to tell my kids that you can do it, you can do it. I want to show them that this is what I can do. If I can do, you can all do, right? So basically, that one shift, like one thought, pushed me so much. I literally love that. Whenever I felt myself low, that self doubt arises,
That
I keep
mantra.
on telling myself, I should be a
Wow.
role model for my kids, my students. If I
Wow.
can push myself, everybody
Oh,
can.
you
So
let the secret weapon out even before
yeah.
I could ask you. That's okay.
Right.
You give us one more thing, something like this, powerful statements like this. Thank you, Jay. Thank you,
Thank
Kritika.
you. Thank you.
Again, I think that one incident has gone deeper in you. I think that's the breakthrough
Yes.
moment that you will have, right? Because every time I ask you to go deep, that one back end story reminds your, powerful story. Excellent.
Yes.
So, Jayanti, from your side,
Yes. See, being a first child, I've always been, I thought when you told about self-doubt, of course I've had moments, but it has never been a big turning point or anything in my life. There are a lot of moments when self-doubt tries to creep inside, but I just ignore it or overcome it some leadership qualities or a kind of a mentor or kind of thing. So I never have self-doubted myself at any point of time. I can proudly tell about that because I've never allowed self-doubt creep inside me. Because I will do something which I feel that yes, I can do it. Otherwise, as Tata told, I don't things right, I do things and make it right. I don't do right things. I make things and do it right.
wow,
And make it right. Yeah. It was Tata's quote, I think. So it's like that. I mean, I never allowed self-doubt, Brenda, because I'll try to do something which is close to my heart, which I feel that I'm passionate about. As same with this coaching itself, I was in a corporate industry for almost 30 years. It was a journey in corporate industry and in a leadership role, which I resigned when at the peak of my career, I was a general manager, and at that time I resigned to focus on my child's sports journey. And then he was a professional footballer, and then due to a big injury, he was not able to pursue that professionally. So there were a lot of up and downs in his career. I was seeing going through his pain, his frustrations, his ambitions, everything was taking a hit. And then I was pushing him to go with the flow. Because as I always tell that if something happens like what you are thinking, it's good. But if it is not happening, it is even more good. But it's because happening as per what universe is planning for you. If it
Yeah,
so always I take that. If something happens to my wish, okay, good. If not,
very good.
very good. Because it's happening as per
Wow.
universe's wish.
Wow, Jayanti. Wow.
Career. And I was feeling passionate about coaching because I could see the changes in him after giving him some good things. So properly took the certification as Kritika told, and then I resigned completely out of my job, and then I started coaching. Because of my sporting connections, I started getting clients from the sporting field itself. So I took that as a thing because they have extra pressure than the other. I mean, particularly, I started with sports women. I have a platform, I have an app, She Rises Sports Hub. I mean, to tag my
Yeah,
account.
we're going to touch upon that. 1 minute,
Yes.
1 minute. But Jayanti, I want to appreciate you for the fact that was a gold treasure. The way you just said, like, it just blew my mind off. Like, what's there at the end of the day? If this is not working, but definitely something else will work. Uh, you know, Doing, happens good. Doesn't happen, it's very good.
Very
Is
good.
something that I learned from my spiritual master, Jayanti, whether you are aware of or not. That's the foundation of your,
Yes, exactly.
presentness in your life, like how you are able to take your life. But so thankful for you to get that reminded. That's a powerful statement too. And I really respect the journey that you're been through, and not a very meltdown or something, but you just take it as it comes, like a flow, right? So that's also very important, how we navigate challenges, crises in our life. Thank you so much, Jayanti. I'm just going to quickly say a hi to all of our audience because a huge list, huh? I'm going to say a hi to what? TIBRE Walk Kajal. I have no clue. Anna Chi Preetha. Okay. Mystic Poonam. Ooh. Amit. And then Sukanya. Hi. Abhirami Srijit. Hi. Jayanti Wellness. Hi. And lovely. She says lovely. Thank you, Jayanti. Honey. Hi. Atul. Hi. And Naveen Manikam. Hi. Shankar Gopi, hi. Woo, from Dubai. Okay. Somebody gave hearts in between when Jayanti and Kritika were speaking. I have no clue who's that. Lot of hearts back to you. Okay. So, in my life also, at some point of time, sometimes when you have a delayed success, Jayanti and Kritika, uh, you know, you go to an extent of everything, like whether it is self doubt, self esteem,
Yes.
demotivation, to an extent of depression and fear of failure, everything will seep in, right? Because there is always a key metrics in what we do is time, money, energy, right? Other than that, people. Okay, so we can put all together as resources, but then time, money, people, and energy is very, very important. By the time we deplete all these, everything else, you name any emotion, low level of emotion, low vibration, frequency, everything just seeps in you, whether you like it or not. So that was my, downtime. That was my meltdown time. Not just one time, multiple times in the last couple of years because of the intensity of it's everybody's journey, right? So many things happens at one point of time, and then after that it's so relaxed. It's as if nothing is happening. Right? So life is just ups and downs, but then especially when we are not able to deal with the time lag of what we want to see as success. Like you commit to something and you keep committing and you don't see the results coming out. That's the time you are supposed to be resilient. But that's also a period where resilience also has a saturation. So we need to find that balance to say no or to stop and then do what is required. So, we get emotionally attached and mentally drained. A lot of times that I have doubted myself in that, okay, is it really working? Is it really worth? So I think nobody should go to that extent of even doing that, because that is why I started looking at brain skills, like, emotional intelligence through brain skills, because it's very concrete. Logical brain and emotional brain is present in everybody. Even as a child, after 6, 7 years, they, form their own personalities of likes and dislikes. That's where they start creating discretion, like what is it they like and what is it they don't like and all that. And as an adult, we get hardwired in certain things, like we are stuck. So that rigidity comes in, right? So we need to find that balance, like when to say no, when to stop, and when to be flexible, when to be adaptable, when things are not going on. So in business language, we always say you don't have to change your vision. You just have to change your goals or the path that you want to take. Anyways, like Jayanti says, there are other principles can work. If this is not working, good. If this is not, if working, it's good. If it's not working, it's even more good. It's only because maybe there's another plan. You never know, right? So that rigidity is something that I had to really break. That made me a perfection syndrome person, and all that. As a woman, we just build without our awareness. So this is what is my breakthrough, lesson for myself. And I think even in my words, even in my thoughts and emotions, this is what will come out, because I don't want any woman to go through this, and hence is my mission. So thank you so much for touching upon those, deeper levels. Now I'm going to ask you some game changer tips. Okay, I think Kritika already spilled out one, mantra, success mantra that she can always, look back. Something like that. I start this time with Jayanti because you are dealing with women in sports. Okay, making them a successful athlete, it's not a simple task. Being an athlete is not a simple task, Jayanti, right? You must be aware of it.
Yeah.
So they go through a lot of both physical and mental training, right? At the end of the day, everything is up here, but it's just not enough. Your physical resilience is also important. So when you deal with such kind of very committed and very agile people, even though they go through meltdown, and you need to be able to coach them to be able to bounce back, I really want to know what is one pearl of wisdom from you. Like, it could be many also. We would love to listen to you. Just tell us some game changer tips that you have told your audience, like your people, which has changed them.
Okay. If you ask like that, particularly one thing which I always tell is know your self worth. Because taking a decision like pursuing sports other than their career itself is a very big decision, because you have to be very strong to take such a decision,
Absolutely.
because it is very difficult a field where they have to prove themselves in spite of, so they are already mentally strong in that way. So once they are mentally strong, they have to only trust that their strength, their self-worth. Never ever allow your self-worth to go. Always remember that you are worth than anything which is happening around you. Anything, whether failure, success, anything, your self-worth is one thing you should not leave at any point of time. That is one thing. And then again, always strive for growth than perfection, because I've seen a lot of persons that perfect shot, that perfect win, like that they were focusing on perfection. I don't know why. Particularly sports persons, they are more oriented towards perfection. As of now, they should not. They should be more oriented towards growth rather than perfection. Perfection will automatically come if they focus on this stage of their life, because they are young athletes or sportswomen who are just trying to show some kind of a result for them. So strive for growth always. These two things I always feel that they, apart from that, they all have some individual problems which we address, like their, again, mental resilience techniques, visualization techniques, affirmations, all those things we just
Absolutely.
make them stronger inside. See, otherwise,
Absolutely.
that's what yeah, I always tell.
Awesome. Awesome. So keywords are know your self-worth, and also aim
Strive
for
for
growth,
growth,
growth
not for
and not perfection, right? And somebody gave you a hearts, Jayanti, when you were talking, and also Srijit is mentioning more process driven than results driven. Okay, thank you so much, Srijit. I'm going to say a hi to Sharma, and yeah, yes, Kritika, we're waiting for you to go ahead.
Okay, so they especially like whatever Jayanti ma'am said, that absolutely true. That is what I tell my students as well as the parents also. So they just have to, that goals are for them to just give the direction. What you focus is on the process. That is very, very important. And one thing which all the parents, moms, and dads, everybody have to notice, success is not the ultimate goal. It's not like getting 100%, like Jayanti ma'am said, 100% perfection. That is not success. If you're focusing on 80% and if you're trying to achieve that, that itself is a success. That
Absolutely.
100% is like a end result. That's a byproduct basically. Focus on the process. Goal is just a direction. So focus on the process and don't take success as the ultimate goal, because once you reach that, you will end up in saying, okay, I'm bored after that.
Yeah.
So the process is what you need to focus. So you have to keep on striving for more. Learn, continuous learning should be there all the time. Even for the kids, if they are studying, it's not for their exams basically, it's for their understanding. So that is what we have to focus rather than the end result. Yes, absolutely, that is true.
Very nice, very nice. Focus on, the wins, even if it's 80%. Lovely. So, in fact, even I would like to just add upon that to ease our, audience practice. Like if they want to take away one thing and they want to apply it, maybe one step down, and also to see how can you, we will stick with this identifying self-worth and recognizing that. So, how will you do that? The very first step is to acknowledge your not only your wins and also your not so wins, right? So that will be a common thing that we all three of us want to, put this across to our women audience, not just women, everybody
Everybody.
for that matter, whether it is a kid or a man or a woman, any walks of life, any gender, any age. I think it's very important to self acknowledge not only the wins and also the not so wins on a regular basis, on a daily basis before we just go to sleep, just quickly skim through whatever is your win. A win can be simply as like waking up on time, whatever set time, or preparing a to-do list and to be able to do complete at least 80% of tasks. So that could be a win. Or preparing a good meal could be a win, or talking to a client or getting a lead could be one win. It's not always the results. It's going to be considered as a win. In fact, right now the day and age, the successful leaders or so, they pick up projects which are 80% failure. Imagine people like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and all those people are accessing, they are bringing the access of space to the mankind. It's not an easy thing. It's not an easy project, right? So that is the way that the world is turning towards understanding what is the importance of failures. And like Jayanti says, imperfect actions is what is antidote for self-doubt. Just keep taking that action, but at the same time, also acknowledge what you're doing. The effort matters, like in Jayanti's journey or in Kritika's, your achievement itself is a great uh, what do you call example for your child and for your client, right? So on that note, what have you done is throughout that journey you must be also acknowledging your own efforts, because you would have not also anticipated a gold medalist, right, when you are on the journey. And so it is for everybody, whether it's a sportswoman or a parent at home. We may not have the highest goals. Our goals could be maximum to contribute to our family and to make everybody happy and be happy also. So that could be a simple goal for themselves. But at the same time, when we are striving towards that, self acknowledgement will be the first step towards self love. That nobody will teach us, nobody can help, only we can help ourselves. So, with that being said, I am so in love with all those game changer tips and pearls of wisdom, all the secret mantra that you're giving. Okay. So, in your perspective, the last question that I would like to leave you with is as a woman, because we're celebrating womanhood, and we want to recognize and celebrate the unique strength in each woman. So I want to ask you, as my guest, what one ability or a quality that you as a woman would not want to let go? This is like unique about you. If there is anything like that you want to be obsessed about it, and you really feel proud of what you have as a woman, that you would like to share?
Unshakable confidence.
You have it? Okay.
An
Wow.
unshakable confidence. And very highly positive person. I rarely think negative. I mean,
Aww.
I'm very proud of that.
Wow, so sweet, right? Nice to hear also. And how nice it will be to be that way, right?
I strive to be that way. I strive to be as you told certain things. I always take that as you told me. Anything happens, also I'm accepting now. So it's always that kind of a confidence and positivity which keeps me going.
Mm.
Even negative scenarios, I try to see what I learned from that. I mean, I've been developing those skills throughout my journey. It is not something which I've been born with or something. Through my journey, I just learned certain principles which really uplifted me
Mm.
as a person. So,
Absolutely.
two things is one thing is the confidence, and the other thing is positivity.
I'm sure you do this for yourself, for your family, and for your clients also. It's so
And
evident when.
one more biggest thing is gratitude. Gratitude. I follow that very, very daily. I have my gratitude journaling, and then each and every moment I feel very gratitude. Even today, main thing would be for our session. The gratitude would be for our session. Each and every moment, if you feel grateful for whatever is happening, then your life becomes a beautiful. What you call beautiful picture or beautiful life becomes beautiful as such.
Oh, thank you so much. It's
Yeah.
very nice. Very nice words. Thank you. I'll
Beautiful.
just come back to you, Jayanti. Kritika?
So I would feel that unique thing which I would like to possess, and I think now I'm getting on that is self-love. To be basically, every women, especially women, they show lots of love to their children, their husband, their family, but they lack so much of self-love. So if you can improve that self-love, and most of the people, they mistake their me time as having a cup of coffee. That's right, that's true, but what I mean here, self love is taking care of your health. When you're really taking care of your health, your eating habits will improve, your exercise habits will improve, your thinking will improve, and ultimately it will improve your relationship and also your business or career or whatever it is. So
Exactly.
all women out there, I know you're already taking very good care of others. The one thing unique quality which me and everybody have to possess is that self love and positivity. I know sometimes there will be setbacks in life. Stay positive all the time and never give up.
Oh, thank you. So the keywords should be self-love and also gratitude, right?
Yes,
Because
that's
that's
also
the
a wonderful,
lubrication.
powerful thing, to be frank.
What's that?
Gratitude.
Yeah, yeah. So I was just going to say, I think now that we know, the importance of self-love or the reality of self-love, how it is transforming each other's life. But for our audience sake, somebody who's not able to, when they are in a, deep shit, and, talking about all this will not make sense for them. But however, it's counterintuitive, right? That's where we need to be even more grateful at that point of time. I know it's tough. So what I want to tell my audience, when you are in that kind of a pain where you know that you have to be grateful or you have to be kind, you have to be generous, not only for self and others and all that, but still it is painful, right? So the one thing that you can do is always remember that any skill, whether it is a practice like a gratitude or honesty or skills like academic skills or business skills or anything, even self-love for that matter, can always be learned and developed at any age. It's not something that, it's not going to be possible at all you have to do is just have that willingness to accept the situation that you are in, and immediately after that you will find what you have to do, and then it's your choice whether you want to be this way or that way. But accepting that situation is one thing that takes an effort, but when you start accepting, it becomes easier.
The
So
solution starts appearing.
will appear, may not be overnight, but it will
Yeah.
definitely appear.
It,
But for you to have that, the same frequency going, I think these practices will be like a ritual, like how we are brushing our teeth,
it's a
taking a
ritual.
bath. It's like a ritual. If you can do it, it definitely eases you up. So that's what we as a coach or we as a woman, as an individual, we have found in ourselves. So we just, I'm sure there are a lot of women out there, they're already into it, because digital world is just opening up with a lot of, aspects towards that. Just before 4 or 5 years, we were like in dormant. But now it's not so. Even a teenager will know what is gratitude and what are their practices, right? But the only difference is not just the knowledge, but it has to be applied.
Yes,
Only then
exactly.
you
And
become grateful, or you become,
It's not once in a
absolutely.
while you have to be.
Yeah,
Should be consistent about it.
consistent also. Absolutely. Right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I think I mean, I don't want to end this conversation, but in the interest of time for our audience and, attention span, and also Instagram algorithm, we just have to respect all that. I just want to let you go, and also our audience. A lot of people gave you hearts, okay, when all three of us were talking. I'm going to say a hi to Shiva, Guru, Sada, Sivam. And then Shravan Potla. Srijit seems to be very engaging.
yes, I
Thank you so
really
much.
loved his thoughts also in the chat.
Yeah,
Yes, I
thank
truly
you so much,
aligned with
Srijit.
his thoughts.
Thank you so much. All right,
Srijit.
so, oh, okay.
But I'm surprised that he took his time from his office and he's joined now, because he
Wow.
never joins in any of my things. He's a too busy a person, very proud about him, but seeing that he has given so much, I just love this.
Oh, thank you so much.
So
Thank you
nice.
so much. Please do, I'm just requesting my audience, and we will also read back your comments, Srijit. Thank you so much for being here.
I
And
was
also all the other
thinking how he
audience.
is more aligned. Now I get the point.
What's that?
Yeah.
No, I was wondering how all my thought, like my generally our coach thoughts is aligned with Srijit. Now I get that relation.
Okay. Lovely. And I'm so happy. I'm the receiver of the maximum pleasure of, having you and audience like other people who have just given our hearts and everything. So I'm just going to let you go with one gift for our audience. If that is so, what will that be?
I give access to my app. They can download my app, She Rises Sports Up, and I've opened up a lot of courses for free, life coaching courses or mindset coach courses, which they can access. And then, if they want, they can be a part of the community
Okay.
later. Otherwise,
Lovely.
I give them
And
access for that.
and the link is there in your bio, right? Okay.
It is there in my bio.
Great. Thank you. Kritika?
Yeah, so my gift for all the audience out there is they can check out my course, which is there in the link, bio. And second thing, there are workshops coming on, especially for mothers as well as for the kids. The coming up, especially for the kids, there is a program coming up, which is the Champion Mindset Habits. So I would, if any parents are watching, you can utilize it effectively. And if you have any more doubts or any clarifications on that, if you need any help, they can make a one-to-one with me, which I will be providing for free for the entire month. They can utilize that as well, and through the link again, they can join our community as well, the WhatsApp community.
Okay. So the links are there in your bio too.
Yes,
Lovely. So you're going to have this for open for this entire month,
yes,
right? Both you
yes.
and Jayanti. Lovely. Super. And for my side, from my side, I also help women to achieve freedom from time, stress, and emotions. In essence, I'm using two tools to achieve this. Okay. I have achieved this kind of a freedom using emotional intelligence and digital entrepreneurship, because that's the ultimate freedom, that I don't have to, walk out, travel, have a boss or have an office, just do my work whenever I want, having my child just behind me. So, that being said, there is a workshop for women exclusively for this entire month. It's going to be conducted. The slots are open for entire month. You can enroll. The link is there in my bio, and the workshop will be conducted end of the month. People, especially women who want to have a personal development in terms of understanding the techniques to automate their life using emotional intelligence brain skills, because I'll be generating an AI generated report for their brain skills. So they will find unique brain style about themselves. From there, they can identify their strength and areas of improvement and match their career choices. So it can be applicable for a young adult or a career professional, or even somebody who wants to start business. And after that, their goals are set. So it will be a very concrete direction. And we will figure them out super niche based on what is happening on digital, and then help them launch their sales. It can be on digital media or outside. We'll give them strategies to launch and make sales. So that can give them the ultimate freedom from time and debts. So this is happening as a combination in a same workshop. The enrollment form is out there. So this is out there for everybody. Whoever is watching from each of our audience pages, it's out there for everybody. Make use of it. And most of all, I'm going to be listing down some pearls of wisdom that we have got as keywords from our beautiful guest. So that will remain as a record, in each of our pages. Please do watch that. And I'll see you with another Insta live. Okay, this is not going to end. We will have one-on-one, or we'll again, meet up like this with a different theme. Okay, I'm going to say a last hi to Vasanta Vivek. Hi, lovelies. Hi, lovely Vasanta. Thank you so much for jumping in. All right.
Thank
So
you.
I'll see you again, both of you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And happy Holi once again.
Too.
Lovely live program this was. I'm very thankful for you.
Yes,
Me too. Me
absolutely.
too.
Very nice initiative. Thank you so much, Brinda.
Yeah. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you both.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.